Welcome. Today, I'll be unboxing the recently released by Rapido, the Amtrak NPCU, which stands for Non-Powered Control Unit. So, as the backstory about these models, and I'm not going to do the years and stuff because I don't know, but one of the things to know is as the F40s were aging and Amtrak was replacing them with the new modern, they started converting a lot of these F40 units as they're retiring them, I guess the best way to put it, into control units and also baggage. That's why they kind of got the nickname Cabbage, because they were a cab unit, but they also function as a baggage unit. For some reason, I want to say Cabbage Patch. But this is one of two that I pre-ordered. This was I got both that were non-sound. I wanted the Veterans unit. I thought it'd be a really cool looking one to get. It comes with a warning label. The back of it. I love how Rapido does the diagrams on these. But let's get into it. So I'm gonna raise you up a little bit. I'm gonna try to position you guys so you could see as I open it up. This locomotive I've already broken it in. I put a decoder in it of my choosing. I'm sure most people could, especially in this hobby, could understand that. Gotta love the stickers. I love how Rapido does the stickers and stuff. It's kind of cool how sometimes you get something a little bit different. Parts diagram. Well, yeah. It's a parts diagram with all the part numbers and stuff. Nothing in the back. Non-powered cab control unit. So these, sometimes you would see these behind the main locomotive and sometimes on the back of it. Because the purpose of it it'd be push and pull. So that the engineer will go from one end of the train to the side that they need to control. You see in front of them. But as if you've seen anything previous that I've opened by Rapido, I'm going to tell you, most people, I know that most operating instructions are boring and stuff, but they have way too much fun with this. You never know, like, here's a one line right here. Like they just talked about the break-in. There's already enough lubrication in the gearbox, so you don't need to add any. Just let the thing run. If you're running this thing on the track, on the carpet, please vacuum first. You have no idea how many miles come back with us. Back to us with gearbox full of carpet fluff and pet fur. Our models are not cat-proof. Well, I thought it was pretty cool. I doubt this is just the across the board, but I thought it's kind of cool that my locomotive had this pictured in here. I haven't looked at any of the others. Here's another picture of another one. I thought about maybe pre-ordering one like one of those, but I wasn't quite sure if that's what I wanted. Here's a Phase 5. And they're using it as a baggage car. Here's another side view of Downeastern. I don't know if they're using it in push-pull because I can't see if there's anybody in there. But yeah, I know I'm just rambling on and stuff, but let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's get to the what you all want to see. So I'm going to lower you back down. So here's a really good side view of it inside the casing. Parts. I'm assuming these are extra parts, replacement parts. Probably stuff that I could probably add on at a later time if I wanted to. Not sure. But I'm going to put these right back into the box so I don't lose them. Sorry, I try not to knock over the camera. I make no promises. Why I put this back in the box, I'll let you get a look of it. So I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit. Do I have tweezers? Let's do this. That works. So bring this a little bit closer so you can see all the detail on it. I like the veterans units and stuff. I didn't realize when I poured it that it would have blue not class lights, but number boards, and that's pretty cool. So let's focus on that. Anytime, just pause and okay, look, I'm just slowly turning. Well, as you notice, it's a 5-digit number. And that's just because it's not considered a locomotive, I believe. It's more of maintenance itself. They'll hold me to that. Center it a little bit. So I'm assuming this is the AC unit, stuff to keep it cooling for the engineer so there's no motor. One of the things that I find I'm kind of interested in is seeing how Amtrak does with their new, well, not with their new, but with their aging P42 fleet. Because there have been talks about converting those into Cabbage units, at least. Well, not Cabbage, but because they won't be used for baggage, I don't think. But they'll be used as powered units. But they're pulling the traction out of them. So they're just going to be like extra generators for control stuff. Also, at the exact same time, be a control unit. That's kind of cool. All the how much detail went into it, but I'm gonna take her to the track and I'll turn the lights on and off and see what you get with this locomotive. Welcome. I have her on the track right now, so I'm going to show you all the lighting features. So, of course, you got the headlight. As you can see, maybe I need a camera so you get a little better. Oh, there. Can't. Oh, I hit the button again. Okay, there we go. What I'm going to do is turn it off so you can see that lighting feature. So if you can't tell, the beacons are flashing. And they are on 2 separate light functions. You got marker lights, the number boards, and you have the ditch lights. And if you honk the horn, I have them set to flash. So, light functions FX3 and 4 are your beacons on this locomotive if you're using it as soundtracks. And functions 7 and 8 are your ditch lights. And so 6 is your number boards. No. FX20. So if you're using a stock soundtracks boards, functions 27 and 28. No. I'm sorry. FX3 and 4 are your beacons. FX5 is your marker lights, and your number boards are FX6 and 7 and 8 are ditch lights, and they're marked separately. But that just comes down to the light functions itself. But that basically concludes itself with that. But I don't have the exact motor engine sound, but this is pretty darn close with the horn. And I just moved it to 1. This model does have a motor in it. So if at any point I decide, like, you know what, I don't want this, I could pull the motor out and actually make it function as a actual cab unit. And as you see that there's actual indentions into the plastic to represent the rolling doors that they use for when they convert it into a baggage. But so far I'm very impressed with this locomotive, but my help. Boop. Well, that concludes our opening. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I recommend that you subscribe, and I really appreciate if you share this video with others. Enjoy the rest of your day.